I'm Janice McLean-Deloge, and I'm bringing you a special segment at the Washington Hilton with the CivilRights.org Foundation. And we are going to meet some of the key leaders and point people in this arena who are still fighting and standing for justice and truth for equal rights and equality for all citizens. This is going to be a great conference, and I hope that you'll enjoy the show. Stay tuned, and we'll be back.
Because this is the one dinner in Washington where everyone has a seat at the table. And as a journalist, it's so fascinating to be here and to rub shoulders with those of you who make news, always good, of course, and also to meet our honorees who are exceptional Americans. I was reminiscing with some of the people at my table about some of the people we've honored here in recent years, including a few years ago, we had the privilege of having the marvelous Harry Belafonte here. And a few years before that, I don't know how many of you were here, the year that Bill Clinton made his late appearance. And that dinner was so great. And I'm just also thrilled that we always get wonderful attention from members of Congress. And some of them are here tonight, and I'd like to call their names. And would you please hold your applause so we can give them a round of applause when I finish. First, Senator Lamar Alexander of Tennessee is with us. Representative John Conyers from the 14th Congressional District in Michigan, who has also been an LCCR honoree. Representative Melvin Watt from the 12th Congressional District of North Carolina. Representative Bobby Scott from the 3rd Congressional District of Virginia. And Representative Keith Ellison from the 5th Congressional District of Minnesota. Representative Ellison has a very special guest with him tonight. I'd like to tell you about her. Her name is Mrs. Talat Hamdani. She is the mother of Mohammed Hamdani. Mohammed was a brave young Muslim American and certified EMT who died at the World Trade Center trying to help victims of the 9/11 attacks. And as you may recall, Congressman Ellison spoke eloquently of Mohammed Hamdani's courage and sacrifice when he testified before the House Committee on Homeland Security. And we are very honored to have his mother, Mrs. Talat Hamdani, with us tonight. Please give her a round of applause. Congressman Ellison and Mrs. Hamdani. I would also like to mention that we have one of our past honorees here with us, a member of Congress also, and a leader of the civil rights movement, Congressman John Lewis. Welcome, Congressman Lewis. We are also joined tonight by individuals who are emerging leaders in the civil and human rights movement. These young people are committed to civil and human rights work in their communities and schools, and their goal is to help build an America that lives up to its ideals. I would especially like to acknowledge the 5 dreamers among this group who are the face of the issue and helped make the reintroduction of the DREAM Act in the Senate yesterday a reality. Our first presenter tonight is Victor Sanchez. He is the son of immigrants from Costa Rica and Mexico. He was born and raised in Los Angeles, where he served as president of the University of California Student Association. Victor is now the vice president of the United States Student Association, which speaks for more than 4 million students from coast to coast. The USSA is a member of the Leadership Conference and represents the bright future of the Civil Rights Coalition and, of course, the future of our country. Please welcome Victor Sanchez.
Bienvenidos, buenas tardes. I hope everybody's enjoying their evening thus far. Sometimes history comes full circle. The USSA grew out of the old National Student Association, which was founded almost 65 years ago in Madison, Wisconsin. Then, as now, Madison was the home of a great public university, as well as the stronghold of the labor movement and the entire progressive movement. Over the years, the USSA actively supported the civil rights movement, the labor movement, and every struggle for social and economic justice. We are proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the entire Civil Rights Coalition, including the AFL-CIO, in support of immigration reform, in support of the DREAM Act for students from immigrant families, and in support of equal opportunity for excellence in education from kindergarten through college, for the sons and daughters of working families as well as those from wealthy families. Struggles, union members have stood with us, and now we are proud to stand with union members, many of whom are our own mothers and fathers who struggled and sacrificed for our futures. You have all heard about the attacks on public employees' collective bargaining rights by the governors of Wisconsin, Ohio, and other states. And we will stand together wherever and whenever working Americans are under attack. I am honored to present the Hubert H. Humphrey Award to a man with whom America's young people can aspire to, Mr. Richard L. Trumka, the president of the AFL-CIO. So accepting on his behalf is the Executive Vice President of the AFL-CIO, Arlene Holt-Baker.
Rich, if he were here, would say to you that he is so very proud that you were the presenter of this evening's Hubert Humphrey Award, because you represent the young people who are the future of both the labor movement and the progressive movement. Rich Trumka is a very skilled labor organizer and leader. But he is unable to clone himself. As you all know, it's a little something going on out there with workers right now. But I can assure you that Rich Trumka will continue to be a fighter for social and economic justice, and he will never, ever back down. Also, I would like, on behalf of Rich, to congratulate the other honorees tonight, he is so very proud that he is among you. Joe Salmonese and Shirley Sherrod, he congratulates you. Again, thank you so much on behalf of Rich.
Please welcome Karen K. Narasaki.
Almost a quarter of a century ago, the chairman of the Leadership Conference's Executive Committee, Bayard Rustin, said, "The fight for gay and lesbian rights would be the civil and human rights struggle for the future." Rustin, an African-American civil rights and peace activist, himself suffered discrimination because he was gay. A strategist with Dr. Martin Luther King, he shared his belief that a threat to justice anywhere was a threat to justice everywhere. This is a core belief that runs through the Leadership Conference, and it is no doubt shared by all of you in this room tonight. We stand up for each other. We believe in the justice and dignity that every human being deserves. Serving as the president of the Human Rights Campaign for the last 6 years, Joe Salmonese has helped to bring this fight for LGBT rights to the forefront. He's been instrumental to helping lead a courageous movement that has recently achieved a series of landmark legislative victories, but perhaps more importantly, has done the important work of shifting public opinion in favor of the full participation in American life by lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Americans. We in the Leadership Conference are proud that HRC is a member and that Joe Solomese is a leader in our Civil and Human Rights Coalition. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the President of the Human Rights Campaign, Joe Solomese.
Thank you all. At the Human Rights Campaign, we are enormously proud to be a part of the Leadership Conference, and we are honored to stand with you in every fight for social justice, just as you stand with us and take on the struggles of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender Americans. LGBT Americans ask for nothing more and nothing less than the timeless American promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, in our own time, this means the right to earn our livings free from discrimination, the right to marry, the right to raise our children, the right to be free from the fear of violence or harassment directed against us simply because of who we are, and yes, the right to serve openly in the military. Together, alongside the Leadership Conference, we have enacted the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act. And I am very honored to be joined tonight by Matthew Shepard's mother and my friend and hero, Judy Shepard. We have repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, so that those who have to die for their country will not be required to lie for their country. And together we will enact legislation that will end workplace discrimination against LGBT Americans. And together we will overturn the cynically misnamed Defense of Marriage Act. And ultimately, we will build an America whose full promise will be available to all, regardless of who we are, how we live, and whom we love. Now, I cannot accept this honor without acknowledging the man who has been an indispensable ally in the advancement of LGBT rights, my friend, Mr. Wade Henderson. His leadership, his insight, and his unwavering commitment to full equality for every single person in this country, we would not have seen the progress we have in our community over the past decade. I am proud to call Wade a friend, and I am honored to fight with him every single day. Thank you all again for this honor. Thank you for everything we've accomplished together and everything that we have the potential to accomplish together.